Amateur Hour, episode 13. Sister Jean, still alive. Confirmed this week.
Oh, shit.
You know how old she is, Joey?
Older. Well, no, not older. Younger than Hitler. We've discussed this.
Before coming on the air.
Up in the pod.
Is she as old as sliced bread yet?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it works that way. I think time is linear. I don't know. Sister Jean is still alive. Still would. Welcome to Amateur Hour. That's how we're going to start it. And we're not going to clarify the comments Joey made. We're just going to move straight on from it.
Did you just say still would?
Yeah. Yes. I'll be honest. I'm a huge football guy, but this is the best tournament of the year. The ramp up of conference tournaments, I think, helps build up to March Madness. Just like I said, you can't even replicate how great March Madness is, man. It's insane.
Yes, we are what? Well, when we're recording a week from tonight, will be the first night of the tournament. Well, the first night of the real tournament, we'll have a couple games Tuesday and Wednesday, which is crap, but yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Now I got to do some research. I heard with those playing games, we always complain that it's like 16 seeds. This is their auto bid. Apparently, there's a way that the more games you play, the more money you get, like in payments from the tournament. I'm going to do some research and I'm going to get back to you on how much that's supposed to be and why it's a good thing. I saw one 45-second TikTok on it, so it's got to be true.
Yeah, so we'll just report the numbers from that because you sent it to me. It's $350K. You get every game you win, you get another, or every game you play, you get another $350K, and you get that payment for 5 years. So if you play one game, you basically end up making like $2.2 million. So those playing games mean some things to some of those small schools. And like Brian said, we saw it on a TikTok. God damn it, it's true.
Brian did his research, watched a 45-second TikTok.
No one has ever came on this show and given a stat from the internet and been wrong about it. Like
Never.
Hawkeyes, they're a 4 seed, guaranteed.
My research is me laying on my couch at night, looking deadpan in front of my phone, going, "Huh," and then I just swipe up, and then I just go to the next video. So, but speaking of playing games, it's a great transition to our trivia question here. I think this one's pretty simple, but we'll see what you guys think. How many conferences get auto bids in the March Madness tournament?
How many conferences are there? Because they all get an automatic bid.
19.
I was going to say 20.
All right, 20. Joey, 19. Okay. I'm sorry, just an odd number.
I think there's less. I think there's only like 14. No? Damn.
Up.
23.
It is 32 automatic bids.
Damn it.
And then
half of them.
And then you'll have 36. Yeah. So, wow. And then you'll have your 36, not auto bids, not play in, you know what I'm saying? The 36 other teams. So,
draw it.
Yeah. I don't know why. When I read that, I go, yeah, that makes complete sense. 36 of the 64 back in the day made sense. Now 68. But yeah, just under half of them are automatic bids from the Big Sky up to the Big 12.
So, I got a question for you. If the SEC manages to kill off some of these smaller conferences, which is their ultimate goal, we're just going to have 2 major conferences. Does that mean there's only 2 automatic bids into March Madness at that point?
Oh, there we go. Now you
and then just chaos outside of that.
But are they going to be? Won't those smaller ones still get the auto bids because they're not going to be joining the SEC or at that point Big Ten?
At some point, the SEC is going to be like, we want all the teams. All of them.
That's true.
Nobody else deserves to have a conference.
And then there's just
means more here, Joey.
We don't care if it's Pacific from California. We want them.
Mm-hmm.
So, you said Sister Jean, 103, so born in 1920. The adhesive Band-Aid, 1920. Sister Jean is older than sunglasses.
What?
1929.
I don't want to age shame, but she did have a couple crow's feet. So, I mean, you kind of didn't have sunglasses when she was younger.
A couple?
Yeah.
She looked like the living embodiment of a crow's foot, right?
Come on, man.
Older than the cheeseburger.
Whew.
1924 is the cheeseburger.
Burgermeister,
Jeez.
Burgermeister.
What were they doing just before adhesive Band-Aids? Were they just letting them
You better-
all air out?
Just hold. You got to hold that gauze on there yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Taper on. Get the staple gun and just put it on there. Oh shit. So, well, let's get this negative one because we actually got a lot of positive stuff to talk about here. Iowa settled on their racial lawsuit, $4.125 I think million. Now there's a lot of things I was going to make fun of and get angry at you, Joey, but the president already corrected it, say that the university is going to pay back the state because literally everyone goes, why was the state even going to pay in the first place? But do you think now, without this distraction, is Iowa going to go 14-0 next year?
No,
I don't think that was the problem, Bryant.
like I told the dumbest at the bar last night. That was this afternoon. So for context for the audience, I was sitting at the bar. Some older dude was like, "Yeah, Mike Jordan was the best basketball player I've ever seen," and his partner next to him goes, "Yeah, he's really good." He goes, "Yeah, who did he play for?" And he goes, "The Bulls." And we were watching college basketball, and I was like, "And he played for North Carolina in college." And the guy turned around, both of us, and goes, "No, I think he played with the Lakers with Shaq." And I'm pretty sure he's still playing. And we're like, "No, not even close."
Oh,
So anyway, we got talking about college sports, and I told him I was a Hawkeye fan, and we jumped into the whole offense-defense shit. And yeah, I mean, this isn't going to help them. Brian's still there, so the only thing I can think of is Cade McNamara. Hopefully, can just not listen. I just want someone else to do a Drew Tate and just not listen to the Ferences and make it exciting again. So that'd be fun.
yeah.
So at what point did you wake up from the obvious blackout when you turned into the Hulk after this conversation, sent you over the edge, and wake up in your hotel room, Joey?
Yeah, right before Iowa lost. I saw the last 2 minutes and I was like, "Oh, Jesus fucking Christ."
Joey.
I went back to the Hulk and I woke up for the podcast, baby. That's exactly what I'm here for.
If I was Joey, you want to know when I would have lost my shit? Not even a guy correcting that. No, he didn't go to the college he went to, and also he didn't play for a team they didn't play for. I would have gotten pissed when he called him Mike Jordan. It is Michael.
That was the point when I was like, all right, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. So that's fine.
You're like, oh, he's still in the league? Pretty impressive considering he's 60.
Right.
Still balling in the NBA at 60.
This dude obviously doesn't listen to our podcast, so anyone that is listening to this, keep listening because we are smart and we're not stupid like that guy.
Yeah.
That could be
Mike
debated.
Jordan could put up 6 points a night if he played for an NBA team.
Yeah.
I guarantee it's 60 years old.
Oh, God, yeah. But back to the original topic of the state paying for it and shit. That's all just stupid. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, the department that made this mess, the athletic department, specifically the football team, makes millions and millions of dollars. That $2 or $4.2 million or whatever that they settled on is a drop in the hat. Just fucking pay it.
Why don't they take it out of Ferentz's contract?
Or here, just fire Barta. Yeah. Either one.
Yeah.
I'm okay with both. Do both.
Joey, you're acting like having a racial lawsuit and discrimination lawsuits 4 times in 9 years is bad or something.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Is payouts of $13 million total bad or something? It is.
Yes,
if
very.
It happens,
I'm not trying
if
to
it
be
happens
on this.
once and they get out of it, it's like, okay, maybe it's not true. But if it happens 4 times in a matter of 10 years, maybe it's true.
Right. And then you create a committee to stop this shit. And then when they find out, oh, it was you that did this, and then you just banned it. There's something wrong. Anyone else see this? I don't know. I probably sound like a real downer, and I'm losing faith in my Hawkeyes with the offense and then all this other shit going on the outside. And then you couple that with the Falcons not pursuing Lamar Jackson anymore. my whole like football seasons are just shot right now. So.
Joey's just done with sports forever. Not a sports fan.
NCAA wrestling starts next week. John Jones just fought. The UFC's on an up and up. Give me all that shit. I'm all in on combat sports right now. It's the only thing saving me.
Combat sports, Olympic sports, that's kind of the same thing. And I'm just going to use that to transition so we can talk some positives. Big 12, of course, but, Brett Yormark making some shit happen. The talks have stalled in the Pac-12. Apple backed out. They're pushing for $22 million a year as their current contract, less than the original contract. And it sounds like Colorado had a meeting last night, special regents meeting about the state of the school and what they're going to do. I mean, it's sounding more and more each day about how there's going to be at least 2 of the corner schools, Colorado, Utah, probably Arizona and Arizona State, that are looking to jump ship here. So, I don't know. It's sounding more and more like that's going to happen here. But beyond that, we've kind of talked about it before. Yormark actually wants to expand anymore. He's talked forever about wanting to have all 4 time zones in the continental U.S., and he wants to specifically expand in Olympic sports like wrestling and stuff like that. Some of the schools he's been talking to, we've mentioned briefly the Gonzaga Bulldogs before, but he's even talking about expanding to like Villanova, UConn, Marquette, St. John's, Georgetown, and Creighton for some of these like smaller schools for basketball and some of these other sports. It sounds like he wants to try and get up to 20 teams. I don't know how fast. But, I mean, basically, he saw what the Big Ten did with Rutgers and Maryland and get the Baltimore, D.C., New York City, Jersey markets. He's just trying to do it with smaller schools here. But how do you guys feel about even the rumors of adding some of these schools?
Those are great basketball schools.
Yeah.
100%. Bring them on for basketball.
Yeah, and you get Coach Prime in there for football with Colorado and stuff. I mean, I think
no.
Yeah, you don't want that?
No. Colorado left the Big 12 once. Screw them.
All right, man.
Don't come crawling.
Take them.
You
can have Nebraska, and we'll take CU. And
don't come crawling back to the Big 12 when you need us now.
That's not how it works, Joe. You keep Nebraska, and you also take Colorado.
Yeah. Yeah, you're stuck with Nebraska.
They're not wanted.
I know. Tell me about it. I think it's good for the Big 12. I think it's going to be good for any NCAA conference to keep growing. Well, maybe not the SEC, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I just think it's good for growth for the Big 12. And if the Pac-12 is just going to dismantle anyway, grab all of them.
Yeah, I mean, the Pac-12 is doing good. They're strong when they're getting TV deals. They're getting with Ion
TV, a company that none of us knew about until 2 weeks ago when we've been specifically reading about one media deal that's about to happen.
Yeah, and we're not, reporting on this or talking about it. We're making fun of it.
Yeah,
right? This is ridiculous.
I'm waiting for the Pac-12 to reach out to Freevee and see if they can get on their free app. Yeah,
I can get that on my Fire Stick.
They go, you know what our demographic is? It's everyone that wants to watch Freevee for Mad Men and then Pac-12 football. That's our thing, baby. When I'm watching about Mad Men in the dynamic of the workplace in the 50s, I want to watch Stanford football right after that. So let's just jump straight into it,
Yeah.
Okay. Ion. I will give you $100 if you can tell me what TV show is currently playing on Ion. I'll give you a hint. It is not sports.
Right now.
Right now.
If you could give me one more clue, is it a reality TV show or is it an actual TV show?
TV show.
TV show. It's got to be a CBS cop show, like True Blue or something.
True. You're close.
NCIS.
Chicago PD. That's who's going to be covering Pac-12 football next year.
Stanford and Cal won't stand for that. They cannot put their coastal elite football next to Midwestern police departments.
It'll be like a blowout in football, and they'll just cut away from it and go to like the 5-year-old episode of Chicago PD.
I wonder what kind of top quality announcing talent Ion's going to have to send to these games.
Well, if we know anything about March Madness and how all that stuff goes, Ion's about to hit their stride, guys. March Madness is starting. If it's a CBS product, they're going to have at least a few games on there. So them, True TV, all the Paramount shit, like
there it is. I was just gonna say, everyone. Do you know how True TV's grown? We go, oh yeah, it hosts a few games, and Impractical Jokers. You know, so. Yeah. But no, so Trent, if you can hear me, so for Chicago PD, do you is it just a show like a one cam sitcom where it literally shows someone opening up the door and they go hello, and it echoes and there's no one there? Is that Chicago PD?
Can't say I've ever seen it, but I had to Google Ion TV lineup. That's how I got there.
There you go. Well, if you have to look up a lineup, that's already bad enough as is. So.
But here's the thing. Chicago PD looks like it's an hour long.
Holy that's something.
1, 2.
It must be one of those channels people like turn on when they're stuck in the hospital or something, and they're just desperate to have something play on the TV.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or the people, well, we'll just say it, the boomers that don't do cord cutting and they just have it on their free stuff that comes over the antenna.
Yeah.
So it's an hour long, like I said. There's 24 hours in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago PD is on for 15 hours a day on Ion.
I didn't even know the show existed 5 minutes ago, and now you're telling me they have 15 hours of content a day?
Well, here's an even better fact. There was only 2 different shows on Ion today.
Ooh.
To me,
Chicago
it sounds
PD
like
and Chicago Fire.
No, NCIS New Orleans.
That's so when you're in the nursing home and you fall asleep and you wake up, it's the same show, so you don't think you've been asleep that long.
Hold on.
People are going to love me in the nursing home because I only watch The Office. Like, The Office is usually on my TV 15 hours a day.
So first off, Chicago PD doesn't have the greatest rep of it as an actual police department. The other one, they got like D-tier city for NCIS New Orleans. Let's just do NCIS Boise, Idaho at this point. I mean, God, how low are they going to go in these NCIS shows, man?
You got all the voodoo shit going on, baby.
Yeah. We found this voodoo doll. There was blood and semen on it.
The original NCIS has only been around for like 20 seasons, Brian. So,
voodoo doll was brought up in like within the first 3 episodes of NCIS New Orleans. So, but let's actually talk about some basketball. People don't give a shit about NCIS New Orleans. They want to hear about NCAA basketball.
I'm not done talking about the Ion channel, okay?
We're not talking about that. We'll go on to it next week. Remember, we're trying to keep this a clean hour, right?
Okay, sorry.
Oh, shit. So, well, Joey kind of alluded to it, the Big Ten tournament. I'm just going to full screen it here. Leave our ugly mugs away for a little bit. But Big Ten's kind of going on right now. Iowa lost to Ohio State. They said this did Penn State win today? Because I know earlier when I was looking at it, they're saying this might be one of the second days ever in Big Ten tournament where all the lower seeds win.
I thought so. I'll be there in just a second.
So, but I mean, again, Big Ten tournament underway here. This is going to be the one thing I'm going to spin for you, Joey. Iowa losing this early into it. The good thing is you can rest up because, no offense, your play hasn't been great. Losing to Nebraska last week and then losing this first game to Ohio State, you might as well have all the time right now to get rested and ready for the first game of the tournament.
Hey, I have an update, Bryant.
Let's hear it.
So the Big Ten winners for today, which is the second column, has been Rutgers over Michigan, Ohio State over Iowa, and Penn State did defeat Illinois 79-76.
Okay.
So current game going on is Minnesota, Maryland.
Yep, and Maryland's up 7 in that.
Okay. Damn it. So it probably won't get through, but I'm looking at the bracket now, and the funny thing is, like 2 months ago, I was bitching about how Iowa and Northwestern and it being canceled for COVID. I'm like, just cancel the game. Northwestern's not going to matter in the grand scheme. They're the number 2 seed in the Big Ten. They're going to make the tournament with ease.
Yeah,
So,
they
again,
look fucking good right now.
Those fucking nerds, they don't know how to play football, but they do know how to play basketball, it looks like.
Well, I mean, when you play in the hardest conference in the nation, it happens. I mean, they're going to get the most teams in the tournament. They're going to get 9, everyone else 8. So, yeah, it's the toughest tournament in the nation right now. So.
You heard it here first, folks. Northwestern must be now in the Big 12?
Nope. Big 10.
No.
Big 10.
So
many teams the Big 12 gets in the tourney. Maybe 4.
Maybe 4. Okay.
I'm talking about.
There's not even going to be 4 teams left out from the Big 12.
Yeah, because they don't have enough.
No, Oklahoma State's being left out. They absolutely shit the bed versus Texas today. They only had like 35 points with 5 minutes left in that game. But no, it's kind of funny because immediately in that type of argument, Joey, I'm talking about how Northwestern's a bunch of fucking nerds. And I was about to hit you with, well, what's the percentage of teams? Like, what kind of nerd and analytics goes total number of teams? And I go talking about percentages and shit. So
that's all right,
nerd.
Give it to us.
Well, I mean, it would be like 70% compared to, 10, say even 10 teams of the 16. What's that make it? 5 out of 8. What
Big
is
10
that?
doesn't have 16 teams. It's got
14.
14. Well, what's 9 out of 14 or 10 out of 14?
Are you already counting USC?
No.
Yeah.
Mine is. I'm not like the rest of you. I don't count teams that aren't
10
in my
divided by 14
conference yet.
Well, again,
like
let's
86.
Let's just get to a total number. Joey, since your team's not in the tournament anymore, you have all the time to calculate it later for us, and then you just get back to us, okay? Yeah, gotcha. All right. Now let's talk about some real big.
I am the Ion network of this podcast.
Oh,
no one listens to me. Don't pay attention.
Well, no one listens to Chicago PD either, so I mean that does make perfect sense there, Sarah.
That's right.
But no, Iowa State. Did they just own Baylor, man?
They do 3-0.
I mean, 3-0 versus a top 10 team, and we can't beat Oklahoma State. We can't beat West Virginia, but we can beat a top 10 team 3 times, and with kind of considerable ease, considering how many threes they had to make just to compete in the game. 78-72, dude.
When you sent me, so I wasn't able to watch much today because I was at work, but Bryant sent me the stat in the first half. What they were 10 of 17 from 3, and I looked at the score when you said that, expecting them to be down by like 20, and they're only down by 7 or 8. I was like, well, okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah. No, they played well defensively. I hate to say this, but I mean, I think getting that negative impact, because again, you could see in this last month and the way Caleb was playing, I think there's something more to it, not just the one thing that he said, kind of like we alluded to.
Yep.
I think getting that negative presence out, getting that win, the last game of the season, getting that win to get us in that positive mentality, knowing we can beat the Baylor Bears because we beat them twice. I mean, we're turning it the right direction here. I'm sorry, at the right time. And the only thing that terrifies me is I hope we can keep winning, because right now in bracketology, they have number 5 Iowa State playing number 12 Oral Roberts that has that fucking 7'5" center, and they are just playing lights out right now.
Yeah, I don't know if we're as high as a 5 seed, considering what we did the last month and a half. Yeah. I know we just beat Baylor twice in their top 10 team, but man, the 10 games before those 2 games were not great.
Well, that just shows you where I think we're considered a 2 seed at that point. So
yes,
yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm surprised we're a 5 seed. That was but seriously, that was like the one team everyone's like, if you're gonna watch out for a mid-major, it's Oral Roberts right now, and of course we're fucking playing them, right now in in the first game of the tournament. Oh, Joey, get your fucking thumbs ups down, you son of a bitch. So, Kansas without Bill Self. What are your thoughts on that one, Clark?
They look good today.
Yeah.
Why,
No,
why are they without Bill Self?
Yeah.
Bill Self went to the ER and he had a standard procedure performed. Trent,
I did not hear this.
what was reported today. So it's kind of, my wife believes that he probably had a cath study where they're checking out the arteries in his heart. Probably due some like chest pain or something cardiac related. Is our best guess as medical professionals. So
I know what it was. He had the little mullet toupee.
He was getting some new hair plugs put in right before the tournament.
Big allergic reaction to the adhesive on the new mullet. I go to the ER.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's classic Bill Self. I thought he was going to have just a little tum-tum injury. You know?
It really does sound like probably a cath study to me, but
well, and also
nothing serious.
He is expected to miss all of the Big 12 tournament. They have not talked about anything beyond that.
Oh, they only have one more game to play anyway.
Yeah,
and then the one after that, which they
don't play for third. This isn't a double elimination tournament, Clark.
Yeah. We're going to beat the ever living shit out of these Jayhawks. That's how it's going to go. We've won 2 games in a row now, Clark. Our wheels are turning. Who cares about the previous 10, 12 games? We're going to cook those Jayhawks. We're going to hear them squawk. I think that's the sound they make. I don't know.
But you literally just scared me.
Good.
The old Cyclones turned the corner right at the best time. It's like they found a trailer park or something and are just eating right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Them boys are eating. And speaking of which, as we kind of alluded to earlier, we got the Big 12 eats. And I couldn't figure out a way to just rank them. So I'm sorry, I had to go with the regular season rankings here. So I would say Brett Yormark, our savior, he has made it where there's just more items that are, hey, look, I got a Baylor float here. I got, we threw it up on the screen, but they just made a bunch of menu items that they have. So I'm going to read through these if you're just listening to it on the pod, because we're going to do a tournament on who we think is going to be the winner here. But
I've got one question.
Let's hear it.
Could we not get some fucking barbecue out of Texas and the Baylor Bears?
Right. What the fuck?
Well, what, you don't think that the Baylor float with vanilla ice cream and Dr. Pepper, that's not a
I love a root beer float, but is that really Baylor's thing?
Well, if Brett Yormark says it is.
I'm all in on root beer float, but I'm just sad that it's for Baylor. Like, could it be any other school that's respectable, but Baylor? Come on.
Well, I thought Baylor's thing would be a can of Vienna sausages, covered with a napkin, because they're used to covering up bad things at Baylor. But that's just one man's opinion. So
old wrinkly sausages.
Yeah, wrinkly sausages. But just to fire through the items real quick. Baylor has the Baylor float, vanilla ice cream, and Dr. Pepper. Iowa State has the Cyclones tenderloin, pork tenderloin, sliced onion, sweet and spicy pickles. Trent goes, where's the Busch Light?
Where's the Busch Light?
Jayhawks had a loaded mac and cheese with house smoked pulled pork. There's your Levi barbecue sauce and crispy fried onions on top.
Thank you, Kansas.
Thank you. Kansas State had the Wabash Cannon Dog, a bacon-wrapped jumbo hot dog topped with Wildcat purple relish, where once you see a picture, it looks disgusting. But regardless.
Really? Is this big hot dog here in the middle?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, look at that.
It's the one it's one top right next to the purple tater tots, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, this one here in the middle looks freaking amazing.
It's another purple wiener.
Yeah.
The one in the middle, that wiener came up a couple inches short on that plate, so I feel bad for it. But.
You know what? It might be that. Actually, I think because one's a corn dog. Is that the one in the back right with the bacon fried corn top with crushed Doritos.
Yeah.
So, well, I think they might have added, or maybe that was just a one because I'm going through the rest here and I don't see any other hot dogs. Like just to power through it. Stormin from Norman, Oklahoma taco. So I mean that's fried bread with ground beef, shredded lettuce, all the fixins. Oklahoma State is Pistol Pete's fried corn, bacon fried corn with crushed Doritos in it.
Such bullshit. It should be a fucking chili burger from Eskimo Joe's. They fucked that one up.
You just like that because it's got your name in it.
No, it's delicious. Been there twice and it's awesome.
TCU loaded tater tots with queso, smoked brisket, pico de gallo, and topped with a horned frog purple sour cream, which we were kind of talking about earlier. Purple sour cream, they just get that idea from the purple ketchup back in the day.
Yep. They used 20-year-old rotten purple ketchup. Disgusting.
It's basically penicillin.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, did any of you guys have that, by the way? Because my family used to have the green one. We cheered when my mother brought it home. Then she brought the purple home, and we might have had one dribble from it because it was absolutely fucking disgusting.
So was green better?
Green, well, red is king, but green was better than purple for sure.
Oh, so, okay. They
think
look like
there's
they had a
a rainbow
weird
one.
consistency. Like they're a little thick
Mm-hmm.
with like
Yeah.
3 C's.
I feel like in my brain it was like curdled too. I don't know what it was, but yeah, if I could go back in time and change one thing about my entire life, it would be don't beg mom to get the purple ketchup in our house.
Heinz was hitting up the warehouse and like, man, this ketchup's been in here so long it turned green. I just put it in a new bottle. We'll sell it.
Yeah, just shake up a little bit more, put a little kooky crazy, just spin symbols all over it, and we're gonna get some green fucking ketchup. But Texas has the Longhorn quesadilla, just triple cheese with steak, and burnt orange salsa rojo sauce. I probably butchered that.
Right.
Tex masked rider burger, all beef patty, cheddar, fried onion rings, sweet pickled jalapenos, and Red Raiders barbecue sauce. And then the West Virginia Mountaineer roll, sliced pepperoni and mozzarella cheese on a soft roll.
Ooh.
Those are some good eats from the Big 12.
Yes.
So to power through it, we were kind of going to use the Big 12 just actual bracket for basketball. So unfortunately, Kansas gets a bye here, but we'll oh shit, let me so
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull
mac
up so we
and
can
cheese.
still see each
Did my daughter pick theirs? Come on.
other. Yeah,
Did your daughter put pulled pork and barbecue sauce on her mac and cheese? Because if so, she's got great taste.
She does have good
Oh, yeah.
taste, but come on, mac and cheese.
Oh,
And
yeah.
just so the listeners know, the reason there's no Big Ten eats is because half of them are corn. So
have them more corn. What would Iowa's eats be before we jump into it? What do you think theirs would be?
chili and cinnamon rolls.
Chili and cinnamon rolls.
I was gonna say just a corn cob.
No,
eat
the
it'd be
cob.
big ass turkey legs. What am I talking about? Big ass
Just the
turkey
corn
legs.
cob, no corn on it, eating it the long way.
Yeah.
Yeah, God damn it! That's exactly what I was gonna say. Iowa two hands and eats it the long way. Hey, look how far I can get down the cob, Pa.
Coming from the ag school in the state.
You mean the actually helping farmers school? All right, let's get into it. We're gonna first matchup. This was when I was putting this together. This was the saddest matchup. It's West Virginia, the Mountaineer Roll, versus Texas Tech in the Mass Rider Burger.
It's hard to get good food down in them coal mines, Bryant. Give them a break.
Yeah,
Right?
it looks like a lunch meat sandwich.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's you see an all beef patty next to slices of pepperoni. I mean, if they wanted to make West Virginia's look a little more appetizing, they could have just went with opioids. I mean, that would have been a little bit higher in my book.
That burger don't look bad.
No, that burger looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on special at Chili's right now, nationwide.
Yeah.
Oh, Texas Tech got their burger from a chain.
Exactly.
It's not even good.
Not even fucking original.
But
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, because I mean, the Mass Rider Burger, a Mass Manian burger, isn't that just a hamburger?
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back.
So I mean, not to assume, but I mean, the burger wins this one. The Mountaineer one is just sad, like the basketball program.
Mountaineer
100%.
Roll dominated that Masked Rider burger. What are you talking about?
Well, we can vote. I mean, I'm going burger.
I'm going burger here.
Yeah,
I'll go. I don't like onion rings, so I'm going to go the mozzarella roll, but I do think that burger's better.
Alrighty. I would say, we'll keep removing here. The next matchup, Oklahoma State, the fried corn versus Oklahoma, the Stormin' from Norman, Oklahoma taco.
I'm going.
That is a mighty beastly taco, by the way.
Do you know what those are called, right?
I'm trying to remember the name
fry
for
bread.
it.
Okay, Mr. Politically Correct.
Well, I mean, that's what it said in there. What do you call them?
They used to be called Indian tacos, but now they're called fry bread tacos. Yeah. Now they're native tacos.
Yeah.
But no, they've changed to fry bread tacos. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. You mean indigenous people's tacos?
Yes.
You son of a bitch.
Sorry.
So they actually had the announcers eating those two last night when they played each other.
Yeah.
And those tacos are fucking massive. Like
it looks good.
Yeah. I'm still gonna go with the corn though. I like that.
I like the fried corn.
Look at the side. Look at the sides of the taco, though. It's completely heaved over. It's not even a taco. It's just flat. It made the taco into a plate.
That's what fry bread tacos are.
Yeah.
We have them. Yeah, they serve them in our cafeteria at work.
Trent, where are you going with?
I'm going with the taco here.
You know what I realized just now?
There's Doritos on the corn.
Well, I'm going to use that to go over the edge. We're going to tie because I was going to go with taco, and then how do we settle a tie here? I'm just going to go with corn. I'm sorry. Just to move this thing along because I just realized we only have 4 people in this thing because I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, my God. Well,
it's okay if we end in a tie. It's not going to be the end of the podcast or anything.
Oh, I'd have to. Integrity issues. I can't have a tie in this very important Big 12 Eats competition.
What you picking here, Bryant?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's Iowa State versus Baylor. See, this one's also unfair because it's like you have a delicious tenderloin, which Joey will argue with the onions makes it bad. I'm fine with that. But then it's a drink. That's unfair to compare a drink, Dr. Pepper with ice cream compared to a Cyclone tenderloin.
I'd wash my Cyclone tenderloin down with that Baylor float. I know that.
Yeah.
The thing that would make me pick the Baylor float if it was a flaming Dr. Pepper float, I would go to town on that shit.
Why didn't you put that in your top 5 drinks a couple weeks ago?
A flaming Dr. Pepper?
Yeah.
I haven't had them since college, and we lit a fucking countertop on fire. That's
I was just saying that was because you almost burnt your apartment down. But,
right.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta go tenderloin, dude. That thing's as long as tenderloins are you cook them just ever so dry as shit, and there's a terrible sandwich overall. But
yeah,
that one looks delicious.
Yeah.
So my question: do they actually serve the Cyclones tenderloin at like Hilton?
No, this is a Big 12 tournament thing.
So, like at the Sprint Center, they're serving these foods.
Yeah.
Oh, so these aren't things that are actually served at the schools.
No.
No. This is specifically for the Big 12 tournament.
All right. Well, never mind then.
Joey's just lost all love for this fun little.
Joey, what do you think about this sandwich with the onions on it?
I don't like it. I dislike it.
So, what are you picking?
I'm going to take the tenderloin and throw the onions away.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's just like Iowa State. You like Iowa State, but you got to throw some of it away, you know?
Yeah, you guys.
There you go.
If it weren't for us two, Joey would be a Cyclone fan.
No. Oh, too far.
The only reason Joey's close to being a Iowa State fan is because of Gary Barta, that fuck. So.
Oh, yeah, and Brian Ferentz.
Gary Barta is doing the Lord's work, getting Joey to be a Cyclone fan.
Yep.
Exactly.
And then you've got Gadsden. Jesus Christ, I just pulled a Mark Mahosky. Kevin Gadsden.
Let's be real. You'd be a Miami fan.
Oh, yeah. The U.
Joey, you're, yeah. The U. There you go. What would Miami's hypothetical food be?
A Cuban sandwich.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah.
I would vote for that number one every time, to be honest.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty. Next match. Okay, sorry, I gotta get the bracket pulled up here again.
I like how you didn't want my opinion on the nasty sandwich pickles polluting the system.
Let's hear it. Do you want the Baylor cover-up float?
That cyclone tenderloin can go straight in the trash with them nasty ass pickles, and I will take the float every day.
Okay, 3-1 tenderloin, you son of a no. I'm just kidding.
I wish
Well,
I could stuff pickles in the tenderloin, and then I would eat it.
Ooh, there we go.
Did they
Now
put
we're-
mustard
now
on
we're
that
on to-
sandwich? It looks like they put mustard on there, or
Looks
it's
like
cheese
mustard.
sauce. I can't decide.
Looks like that's got to be mustard.
It's got to be.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
I'm
I
a
do-
ketchup guy though on my, not purple
Yeah.
ketchup, red ketchup on my tenderloin.
I like how
Oh,
anybody who
wait.
voted for this tenderloin sandwich had to change something about it to make it where they'd eat it.
I
Real
just
good,
I don't
realized-
change anything. I
Yeah,
just like
I
ketchup.
just realized that it's sweet and spicy pickles. That makes a big difference. I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna go the float now.
Oh,
you're going
now it's
dill,
two.
dill
What
pickle?
up?
dill pickles on a tenderloin.
Yes. What are you
Okay.
kidding me?
Hold
Dill
on.
pickles on anything. Sweet and spicy pickles are nasty.
Joey says put dill pickles on that Baylor float. I would have voted there first.
It's got a pickle spear hanging out of it.
This is
I'm not gonna say what, but you put dill pickles on anything, literally anything, and I will eat it.
What about that?
I'm leaving it
onion?
at that. Literally anything.
Mhm.
Nice
Joey
job,
has a
Turd.
fucking
Oh, there's a pickle. Give me that.
Joey has the fucking Clausen logo tattooed on his body because he loves pickles so much. Here's it's a cyclone tenderloin. Sweet and hot pickles, and I can't do that.
Now I'm
you
curious.
kidding me?
Is it Clausen or is it a Vlasic tattoo, Joey? Let us know.
I would, man, probably gonna go Katrina Nelson pickles. They are the shit.
I should send you some more. We still have like 15 jars.
I will take them all.
Probably not going to get through them all before we start making pickles again.
Well, Hold on, Joey. He'll only send you pickles if you switch your vote back to cyclone tenderloin.
Yeah,
No,
this is
I'll
bribery.
do anything for those pickles.
Anything
All
you
right,
say.
3-1. We advance. We squeak on by. So
To answer your question, Carl, it will be Clausen.
it'll be Clausen. Yeah, they keep them refrigerated the whole time. Delicious.
That's right.
This one's I think a little unfair. It is the cyclone tenderloin versus the Jayhawks mac and cheese. That's pretty fucking good looking mac and cheese there. dude.
That does look
I
good.
agree.
I mean, look at that full. I can't full screen it more than that, but I mean, you got pulled pork on, and I think they said barbecue sauce on white queso mac and cheese. I mean,
Yep.
I think it's the queen.
Yeah.
Well, me clean sweep. I'm going for that fucking mac and cheese, dude.
Easy.
So I had lobster mac and cheese for the first time Monday night.
Ooh,
Fantastic.
nice.
Up.
Yes.
Which part of my ART dues paid for that one, Trent?
Probably all of them. It took literally all of them.
Oh shit! Sorry, I'm.
That was
I'm
a
getting
side.
cracked.
He had the porterhouse on the side too.
The
Oh,
Wagyu. The
I
Denver
thought
cut.
it was a Wagyu ribeye.
The
Yep.
Denver cut Wagyu.
Mm.
My God, how are you affording that on our podcaster's $0 salary?
It was free. He was paying off of the dues
Oh,
that I have paid this national organization that I have to pay every year to do the job I do, Brian. That's
Okay.
how it got paid for.
To be fair, I pay those as well. So maybe it was my dues that paid.
Maybe
So,
you paid for yours and not even the full check. So then they had to pull my dues in there and continue the check. So
Now,
yeah.
Trent, Mr. Wagyu, I got a question for you. When you're eating caviar at these events, do they still do the ivory spoon so there isn't a chemical reaction?
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
We sip our bush lights like this.
This is the epitome of me being poor. I didn't even know what the fuck you guys were talking about.
Oh, get fancy up there. Oh shit, we forgot one here before we get to the next round. It's a rematch of the Big 12 football championship here. This is what I was talking about this Kansas purple relish looks completely terrible, but you got the Wabash Cannon Dog versus the loaded tots of TCU.
So that definitely wasn't the hot dog in the front from the first
Yeah.
picture with all of them there.
I'm going tots all day
Yeah.
long on this one.
Yeah, that cannon dog just looks gross.
Yeah.
What are on the tots?
I mean, it looks like Smucker's jelly got thrown on that hot dog.
Yeah.
So, sorry,
Oh.
I wanted to move back to this before we
It
missed
is-
it.
It is a bacon wrapped jumbo hot dog, though. I mean, there is
Yeah.
bacon in there. Is it worth?
Yeah.
Now
The other one has
an all beef
queso
hot
and
dog.
purple sour cream, though. I'll take the tots, I think.
I'm going tots.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
just double check because it said jumbo hot dog, but it doesn't say. See, this is kind of where I'm getting pinkies up a little bit. I'm going, is it all beef though? Because if it's not all beef, then it's everything but the squeal on a pig, and I'm not going to deal with that. No
I like everything but the squeal cheap Oscar Mayer wiener better than an all beef hot dog.
Oh man, give me bar S. I eat them cold, baby.
Oh, I like cold hot dogs too. Yes.
Joey,
So, the boys and Maisie came over the other day, and we were just getting more beer and stuff, and heading back over to Jack's, and they wanted a snack, and I gave them each a half a cold hot dog. Walked back over to Jack's, and they were making fun of me. What kind of a snack is that for kids? I was like, they're delicious. What the fuck's your problem?
So good.
their immune system's strong at that age. They'll be fine. I don't even think
Look at me.
microplastics.
I grew up
affect
on them.
So, no, I don't know, man. If push came to shove, like if we got shut down again, and it was like I had to eat the food, I got a pack of Bar S as well, but there's a reason it's still sitting in there because of Bar S hot dogs. There's a reason the plastic around it costs more than the hot dogs in it itself because it's Bar S, my friend.
Man, you buy the jumbo quarter-pound ones. They're big old wieners. Yeah.
Big old wiener, huh? Now you've caught my attention, young man. All right, sorry, I gotta get the bracket because we got the Texas. They've got the Longhorn quesadilla, and again, that's steak or chicken with cheese on it here. And then they are playing. Let me see here, the fried corn of Oklahoma State.
I'm taking the fried corn.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Those quesadillas look good, but they just look plain.
Yeah.
Yep.
I could take or leave quesadillas.
Even with that marinara sauce, just looks kind of flat.
Kind of like the university itself. It's a real good embodiment of that university down in there in Austin.
I bet that one costs the most too.
Yeah. You get the least from it, but it costs the most. Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, I'm taking a look at that fried corn again. Yeah, I'm going fried corn. Joey?
Yeah, fried corn. It is salsa roja, not marinara, but yeah, same.
Did you change your name here to @Chicago PD Joe?
No, it's Ion Joe and @Chicago PD Joe.
Yeah, follow him at Chicago PD Joe, his favorite. I'm sure you won't get any political backlash with that new account that you've just made, Joey.
No, probably not.
Oh. All righty. Sorry. This one, it can tell you how organized we are. So we got Kansas mac and cheese in the final versus the fried corn. I mean, that you want vegetables or you want mac and cheese?
Don't we still have another game to go?
Do we? I don't know. I'm not paying attention to this too close. No, because Jayhawks are in the finals right now because you beat Iowa State. Then the fried corn beat Texas. Oh, fried corn versus tater tots. You are right. My bad.
I'm still going tots.
Yeah, tater tots.
Yeah, tots.
Okay, good. That is going to be a better matchup. The tots of TCU versus the mac and cheese of Kansas.
Mac and cheese.
Trent?
That mac and cheese looks good. I would. Yeah, I'm going mac and cheese on that one.
Joey?
I'm going tots because I want brisket over pulled pork.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going
like
tots just so
cream.
Kansas can't win. So up 2-2 tie. No,
we went through all that just for a tie.
Well, now we can make a Twitter poll and see which one people like more. I'm on it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, Joey. If you could jump on that, now we can get a final answer by Friday evening here. But yeah, I mean, some of them, I guess probably just the mood. Like right now, I don't want a Baylor food. I don't want a Dr. Pepper and ice cream right now. I sure as hell don't want a Wabash Cannon dog. You put that mac and cheese in front of me, I'll eat it all night long. You know.
I would. I'll say this for the Baylor float though. Give me any of these. Like I said, I'll wash it down with that Baylor float any day.
Yeah. floats you have to, but you can't just like enjoy your meal and then have the float. It's like that's where it's like I'd have to get it afterwards because it'll just melt and then it just all it ruins
So-
the texture.
The root
So here's-
beer with the melted ice cream in it's the best.
Here's the thing: no matter what you're ordering here, entree wise, everybody is getting a Baylor float. Everybody.
Yeah.
No question.
So they did it. Yeah, that was smart on them.
I'm trying to think if they would have had like one more drink, maybe it would have evened out or something.
Like I said,
Maybe you know what they could do after tomorrow? They're going to have a fresh supply of Jayhawk Tears. They could just bottle that up. Or Cyclone Tears.
Bush Lights. I can't believe it.
Yeah, they're gonna have a whole lot of Bush Lights left over from all the Iowa Staters who are going home early. So they're just gonna make beer floats.
Nah, they won't go home until it's gone.
Yeah. We're not going home until we hit the bottom of those kegs.
We're going to Power and Light. We gotta drink all the Bush Light.
That will happen.
Seriously, that Power Light, that's got to make like the next 6 months worth of sales. Is the Big 12 tournament there, man?
Have you been to it, Bryant?
Yeah, I've been to it a couple times.
We went to the championship.
They just had the watch party for the Chiefs Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think they're good for a while. So
they ain't hurting.
Not gonna miss you Iowa Staters drinking all the beer. That's for sure.
Well, that's what you say now. Wait till they're out of business next year because they didn't get all the Cyclones all 4 days. So, but yeah, I mean, I think so far, like say, you know, if Kansas runs table and likely wins the Big 12, like they realistically will do, Kansas should be a 1 seed. I think we're talking Iowa State right now, 4 to 5 seed potentially. Kind of depends on if we do beat Kansas or not. The win versus Baylor and having 3 wins and sweeping them is going to help them quite a bit. Joey, in bracketology, do you know where Iowa is currently sitting at?
Yeah, they have him as a 7 in the Denver. 7. Yeah, but I don't know if he's updated it since the game today. I can't imagine that they would move up. The last I saw, they were at 8, and then now they're a 7. I can't imagine they move up after that loss.
I think they would. Man, actually, Iowa is right on that fringe 8-9 team, which you know what crazy thing is though, is that might be the best form. Is it seems like Iowa, if they're playing well, you're going to beat any 9 seed in the tournament. If you're not, you
right.
won't. But Iowa at their top of their game, they can beat a 1 seed. It depends on which 1 seed it is, but I think
especially this year's 1 seeds. Like there's not a lot of dominant teams this year. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of the teams that are 1 seeds still have flaws. So.
Yeah, that's what's kind of. I think that's kind of why I've been a little more vested in college basketball this year. Is it has been so diverse, and there it feels like anyone's got a shot right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, this year's tournament I think is going to be real fun because of that.
I mean, I'm looking at, you know, Houston only has a couple losses, but they've been playing in a, let's be honest, a lesser conference this year. So have they truly been tested? And they barely squeaked by. I think they lost to Temple and barely squeaked by in their conference championship game. UCLA is good. I haven't seen any real negatives about them. We all know KU. We talk about them weekly. Alabama, they've got a couple shooters on their team, guys that give some assists. Purdue's got, you know, Edey. I mean, they've all got their top players, man.
Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, 1 seeds, but the teams right below them are good enough that there might not be any 1 seeds in the Final Four. Right? It could be chaos.
Yeah, right. The newest theory. Speaking of like I said on TikToks that I found interesting, there is a theory that every national champion besides UConn in 2014 has been within certain metrics. I think it's 47 on offense and 20 on defense. So they have to be like upper echelon, but like, no offense, like Iowa State would be out because we have a top 5 defense, but we have a very shitty offense, or we're only at 90 or something. But it's like basically like UCLA, UConn, Kansas, Texas. There's like 6 teams that would fit in this mold for this year and everything else. So when we make our picks, that I'm just going to copy that TikTok and I'm just going to win our bracket challenge next week, which Lions will make an announcement. I don't know. We'll probably just do $25 again, but we will do a another bracket challenge this year. We dropped the ball versus the bowl games, but we'll get that advertised a little bit more for this go round.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, anything else on basketball, or should we send it over to Joey for the wrestling breakdown?
I'm
All
good
right.
either way.
Looks like Clark's got something.
I'm pointing to Joey.
Oh, I thought you were saying that. Hey, I got something here.
Iron Joe's got you.
Yeah, Wyatt Hendrickson is going to dominate this heavyweight NCAA tournament.
I don't think so, but yeah, he's a 2 seed. There's a lot, as I'm talking about it right now. Seeds came out today, so you can catch all the brackets. They're on, if you go to ncaa.com and just search brackets, they're all up there. But yeah, 1 seeds throughout the whole group. You got Spencer Lee at 125, RBY, Roman Bravo Young, 133. Real Woods 141, Yanni at 149, Austin O'Connor 157 since Peyton Robb lost at Big Tens. The number 1 wrestler went down. 165, David Carr. Keegan O'Toole is a close number 2, but Carr's got the 2-0 lead on that series right now. So looking forward to that matchup again. Hopefully it happens. Carter Starachi, Penn State 174, 184. Parker Kikison from Northern Iowa, 197. Nino Bonacorsi from Pittsburgh since Bonaducci? Yeah. Since what's the fucking face? Max Dean lost, and I don't even see him in the top 8 seeds. What the hell happened there? Wow, I just realized 197. The top Big Ten seed is Silas Red from Nebraska. You don't see that very often. Holy shit.
Just Nebraska or just a Big Ten being that low?
Just a Big Ten being that low. Like, there's no one else. That's crazy. All right. And then, 285, Mason Paris is the 1 seed. Wyatt Hendrickson is the 2 seed. And then you got Kirkfleet, Cassiope, Schultz. That top 5, for me, pound for pound, I know they're the heaviest, but that's the best top 5 in the nation as far
literally
as
pound for pound most.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, any of those guys can beat each other every single day, and that's going to be my favorite weight class to watch. I'm a little biased since I was a heavyweight too. So yeah,
the wrestling brackets kind of feel like the basketball tournament this year. You don't have the AJ Ferrari kind of the pull away best guy. You don't have Gable Stevenson that's kind of the pull away. You do have Spencer Lee 125, but I mean that's kind of history right there.
Spencer Lee and RBY. I know Dayton Fix at 133. I mean, he's very, very fucking good. Great wrestler, but I just don't think anyone touches RBY either. And then I know Yanni lost to Austin Gomez earlier in the year. Gomez is a 15 seed. So if you're in a tournament, I'd like to start a WrestleStat one, but if you're in a tournament looking for value, Austin Gomez at 149, definitely grab that. That's a huge, I mean, you had last year's runner up and the only guy to beat Yanni this year. So, yeah, those are a lot of the bigger names that are way down there. Jacob Warner is also a 14 seed at 197. So you could grab him for some value, but yeah, everything starts next Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm actually out for work over the weekend, so I will have a whole hotel room to myself just watching wrestling all weekend. So I'm pretty pumped for that.
Hold on. So I guess I just think that's a little weird. So they are starting on Thursday, the same day as the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, they start. Well, yeah, usually they're a week apart. For some reason, this year it landed the same dates, but yeah, they start the 16th.
I mean, this is kind of like wrestling reminds me of professional baseball right now, Joey, because I know we've had the same arguments. There's so many paywalls you have to go through to get correct information or easily accessible information. Now you're trying to. This is the biggest. This is March Madness. This is their biggest tournament of the year, the national tournament, and you're trying to compete with basketball that's on every freaking television. P2P, people are switching just to and from basketball. I mean, you're going to have your diehards. Every sport and anything, you have your whales that are always going to contribute. But, you'd think you'd want to grow the sport and, all right, let's just push it back another week. Or we're going to start it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week when there are no games, or figure out a way around it, man. That's kind of disappointing.
Yeah. The one thing that they have on their side is they are on ESPN. So you have all of the ESPN, all of the ESPN Pluses. You can watch every single match on ESPN Plus. So that's going to be great. And ESPN, for all of the other shit that they fuck up, they are very good at wrestling. I have no idea.
Yeah. So because basketball's all on Turner, isn't it?
On CBS, yeah.
Yeah,
So
never mind. So yeah,
got that going, and then the spectacle of the NCAA finals on Saturday night is always amazing. And I mean, I don't even care if I was, playing in the basketball tournament at that point. I'm not even going to watch that. Like, I will watch the NCAA tournament as many times as I can. So there's that.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah,
well,
I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully Iowa can make a run at Penn State. I don't think they will. I don't think anyone touches the Nittany Lions this year. So shit. Thank you, Clark. I messed up the poll. I will get it put back on.
Well, Joey, you get back up on that poll, and we'll get this thing wrapped up here. Unless any last minute jabs you want to get in there, Clark, before the big J-Clone game tomorrow.
You're gonna be doing your best to ride grade A dick.
Ooh, dang.
Yes.
Well, you're gonna be feeling something tomorrow, and it's gonna be Big Rob energy. How about that, fucker? No, I'm just kidding. So,
dude,
yeah.
Watching the game today, they're talking like Grady Dick's probably gonna be like a top 15 draft pick this year. It's like he's so raw.
Really?
He's got a lot of talent, but really top 15, like that's just crazy to me. But
raw grade A dick.
The best time you're probably going to get dick though is when it's young. So, I mean, what are you going to do? Any other penis puns we can do to end this pod strongly?
Ask me about my wiener.
There we go. Let's end it there. Well, we do appreciate everyone joining us for tonight here. If you want to hit us up on our socials, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch at Heartland Pulse, Facebook, YouTube at Pulse of the Heartland. Joey does his Joey's Thoughts at inthezone.studio. He posts articles and a lot of other writers that are joining in on that. But yeah, we appreciate everyone joining in. We'll catch you next week.
peace.